Coming back from the break, everybody. It's called the Business to Business Network Show. If you're just turning on your radio, we're giving out names, phone numbers, talking real estate here in the Valley of the Sun. Our next guest is Kelly. Introduce yourself, please.
Hey, Rex. Kelly Cook here with the Kelly Cook Real Estate Group with Keller Williams, Arizona Realty.
You got kind of an interesting background. I still remember the interview we did, gosh, how many years ago? 1 or 2 years ago?
Yeah.
You come from a football background. Introduce that a little bit.
Yeah, you bet. Played football at the University of Nebraska. Had the good fortune to be able to compete in 5 different bowl games and won national championship, BCS bowl game. And then had the ability to coach at the University of Nebraska and at Ole Miss in the SEC conference, and then got into real estate. I figured if you worked 95 hours a week, you'd probably be pretty successful in most professions, including real estate. But in football, you sometimes can get fired for that as a head coach.
Well, here's the point also is that you've learned to work hard. And also be disciplined, especially with your time, so to speak.
Correct.
And you've built quite a team. So you've got that coach team effort, football team right here. Tell us, how many people on your team? I'm looking at the picture here.
Yeah, we have 9 people on our team right now. And the whole point is to be a true team, not a group of individuals, but a team that has specific roles and functions. And you become a specialist at your specific role.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And so, again, we're kind of pushing that a little bit about how people that work together get a team. Somebody's always going to be there to be able to help with that. Now, you've got an interesting story about a home that you recently sold here in Paradise Valley. Tell us about that.
Yeah, you bet. It's right over here off 70th Street and Cheney Road. It was a situation where we got a referral from a past client. The seller had their home on the market for about 8 months, and it was not selling. So we just took a look at it and said, we think we could help her out. So she ended up giving us the opportunity to go to work for her. We did, and did a lot of prep work on the property, used a different strategy, used some of our social media techniques and our large database to our benefit there. And basically, by having a different marketing message on the property, when it went live on the market, it was under contract in 3 days.
Wow. And again, you took different photos because you've got the marketing expertise to make that look just right, versus what the other agent wasn't doing. Basically.
Correct. We just always look at something, and we, in that situation, we had the benefit of being able to see what was already being done and saying, okay, obviously that's not working. So what can we do to change that? So that's what we did, and we just did a 180 on that, which I think was very beneficial, and ended up getting the property for about $90,000 more than what she secretly told us was her net, or bottom line, I should say.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool. She was ecstatic.
What kind of list price was this?
1.626.
And we've heard that luxury market is doing really well, obviously.
Yeah, if you're between about 850 and 1.6 to even almost up to 2 million, about 1.8, it's 1.9 is doing pretty well right now, especially seasonally right now with the amount of buyers that are in town. But again, if you're over 2 million, it's a little slower, unfortunately, right now. And then obviously, if you're between that price range of call it 0 to 325, 350, that's very robust right now too as well.
Interesting. Now, with that buyer, do you happen to know, did they get financing? Did they pay cash? What did they do?
Yeah, they actually had financing. Financing up to $1 million on a jumbo loan, and they put down cash for the remaining amount.
Yeah, see, and that's what smart people doing, because you get some interest right off, stay liquid with your other money.
Absolutely.
And it's a great way to go. Now, you got a couple of listings possibly coming up in this area.
Yeah, we do. We have 3 more coming up in Paradise Valley that are not on the market right now. They'll be on the market probably within the next week. We have a property that's in that Cheney Estates area close by as well. That's going to be about 5,600 square feet on an acre lot. It's going to be gorgeous, complete remodel. That one's going to be at around probably 2.9. It's a very nice house. Then we have another one. We have 2 more off of Lincoln Drive coming up. Okay, so again, Lincoln Drive isn't extremely busy, but there's some traffic there. So it depends on how it sits on the lot. So someone has to actually put boots on the ground on these properties, I think, to really get a feel for if they will like it. But both big lots, about an acre, and good properties.
That's what people don't understand. When you got a big piece of property, you do not hear the traffic. You're quite a ways away from it because you got a big lot.
Correct. And there's fountains and on this property. One property has gates on both sides on the circular driveway coming in and coming out. So it really just depends on someone's tolerance for any noise at all. So
on the Lincoln Drive, what approximate list price are we talking there?
You're going to be probably around 2.4 on one of them. It's a big house, about 6,000 square feet.
Wow.
And then in the other one, you're going to be about $1 million. It's a smaller house, needs some renovation. There's one that closed on Lincoln Drive, just close to it. That was almost a knockdown. You could make the argument on that. around 825, 800. So this one will be $1 million, but it's arguably a little nicer. So
a lot of people are doing that. They're buying these homes in Paradise Valley that might have been a little bit dated, and boy, they're fixing them and they're selling.
They're selling. Absolutely. Right now, if you have a turnkey project, I mean, it's remodeled, it's done, it's hot. It's hot. Even, like I said, we talked about, even above $2 million, if you're turnkey and it's done like it should be for this day and age, it's going to go pretty quick.
And that's an important coaching point, too, because a lot of people think, oh, the inventory is dropping, which it is. I'm just going to slap it on, put it on the MLS and see what happens. You can't do that.
You can't. Right now, we have an example of a property where I think that we just sold, and the owner, it would not sell. And the feedback was very, very consistent. It was the bathroom's outdated. So eventually we pulled it off the market, and they put about $10,000 into their bathrooms, and we sold it for only $1,000 less than it was listed. Whereas if they would have done nothing to get it sold, it would have been probably, you're looking at a $25,000 to $30,000 price drop. So they saved themselves at least $15,000 to $20,000 just by putting a little bit of money and time and work into the house.
That's the coaching you need.
Absolutely.
Get it from the coach right here. Go Big Red.
Yes,
man.
sir.
And so what we want to do is give out a phone number. How can people reach you?
You bet. They can reach us at 480-442-9868. Again, 480-442-9868. And our website, Rex, is just kellycookhomes.com.
You better spell that, though.
Oh, you bet. It's KELLYCOOK. Homes is plural.com.
And it's important with this team. They cover the whole valley.
We do. That's the good thing about having a big team. We have some agents that are spread around the valley, even though we're all synergized out of Scottsdale and we work out of Scottsdale. So we have bandwidth to cover the entire valley.
Yeah, so if you got the west side, southeast, southwest, wherever you want to go, he's got the ability to either get your home sold or find what you're looking for. Everybody, I got music coming up. It's almost time for another break here. It's called 123bz.com is our website. If you miss anything, we got podcast after we broadcast. 123bz.com. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back.